Good morning. Welcome again to Morning Devotions. Thank you for our time together. Tonight, Revival Night at South Campus, just like Tuesday night and Wednesday night at East and Main. I'll be preaching on the River of God, coming to the Holy Spirit and letting Jesus lead us step by step deeper into our walk with the Holy Spirit. But right now, I want us to come back and read something that sometimes we don't quite realize what we're reading. Luke chapter 22, beginning with verse 7. Now the festival of unleavened bread arrived when the Passover lambs were sacrificed. Jesus sent Peter and John ahead and said, "Go prepare the Passover meal for me so we can eat it together." Now, Passover meal was a very special meal. The room had to be specially prepared. There could be no leaven. Let me say that again. There could be no leaven. There could be no yeast anywhere in the room. The bread, everything. There could be no yeast. That's why most scholars believe that Jesus squeezed the grapes right in front of them into the cup before they drank it. It was not alcohol that they drank at the Last Supper. "Where do you want us to go?" they asked him. He replied, "As soon as you enter Jerusalem, a man carrying a pitcher of water will meet you. Follow him. At the house he enters, say to the owner, 'The teacher asks, where is the guest room where I can eat the Passover meal with my disciples?' He will take you to an upstairs into a large room that is already set up. That is the place. Go ahead and prepare our supper there." They went off into the city and found everything just as Jesus had said, and they prepared the Passover supper there. Now, a couple of questions. How could Jesus be so sure they would see a man carrying a pot of water? Because it was very rare. Women carried water. Men did not carry water in that culture. How could he be so sure that a room would already be set up, that the leaven had been removed from it? Because everything about this shows Jesus knew the city of Jerusalem. He sent the disciples in and told them, look for an Essene, a man from the Essene community. These were celibate men. There were no women in their community. They carried the water themselves. They were extremely devout people. These were extremely devout people. So, of course, the room would already be prepared. Everything would be ready. But there's another overarching thing I want you to see here. When Jesus wanted to spend the last night with his disciples, he did not want to worry about being invaded, so to speak. He did not want to worry about being interrupted. He did not want any trouble from the religious leaders. He did not want any difficulty as he shared a great last sermon with the disciples and brought them the communion before the cross. So where did he go? He went to the Essene community, to a very, very devout community. We know where they live today as we go there every year in Jerusalem. Every year when we go to the upper room, that is the area. Now, of course, that is not the upper room where Jesus had the Last Supper. Of course. So how can you say that? Because the whole city was devastated in 70 AD. But we know the area where the Essene community lived, and that was the Essene community quarter. So where did Jesus, when he wanted someplace to relax, go? Where he wanted to be at peace, where did Jesus go? Did he go to the clubs? Did he go to the mall? No. He went to a very devout community of people who believed in God, and that's where he celebrated the Passover.